back for episode 9. It looks like we might be getting closer to the end of the game. As it sounds like... Oop, I just took a shot for some reason.
4 years I had waited to get my hands on the last of my brother's killers. Not even an army of demons could have stopped me now.
It seems like Silas is getting both sick of telling the story and also close to the end of the story. Dual-wielded sawed-offs. No thank you. I'm gonna go this route because the quick shooter is the least favorite gun, and if I improve it, maybe that will make it a little bit better.
Both Johnny Ringo and Jim Reed fell fairly quickly. But the last one, Roscoe Bob Bryant, that son of a bitch had managed to escape my vengeance time and time again. I couldn't even be certain I'd recognize him after all those years. By now,
Where do these guys keep coming from?
For all you know, he could have been dead. That thought had indeed crossed my mind, as did others. For instance, did my thirst for vengeance turn me into something worse than the man I was after? By this point in my storied career, I had killed more men than Bob Bryant ever had. I was furious as hell at that bastard for making me who I am. A man with no family, no friends.
It's not even like it's a good day for walking on the list. It's foggy.
Shooting Bob Bryant dead.
I hear a rustling. How much you wanna bet there's something upstairs? Absolutely nothing.
Nothing could stop me from taking his life.
Stick with the Rangers.
Been after that killer forever. From the time I rode with Billy the Kid. But that chapter of my story you already know.
Chapter of that fairy tale, you mean?
Suddenly it was 1910. There I was, an old man roaming a ghost town dead almost 2 decades.
Yeah, I get that, but where? I don't see this nugget anywhere.
The town was falling apart. Just like me.
I guess I'm done looking for it.
but I wasn't about to call it quits.
My guess is... put away the torches. Oh.
Even though the ghosts of my dead brothers were begging me to end what I started so long ago.
Mr. Graves, are you all right? Would you like some water?
The Wild Bunch knew I was there. They were after a treasure they had hidden before they fled, buried in the grave of a dead amigo. Some folks think the town is haunted, so they figured there wouldn't be many people poking around.
Yeah.
I intended to fill that grave with Bob Bryant's corpse. Like I said, the bandits knew I was on to them. They lured me in and hit me with everything they had.
I wonder how I could get out of here, maybe?
But you obviously prevailed.
That's no good.
Since you said
Actually, in that moment, I did not prevail.
so I suppose we're talking to a ghost.
Funny you should put it like that, Jack. Because when I woke up,
From the dead?
there was silence all around me.
Except for the rustling of leaves
I
and
could
collecting
swear
of
to
ammo.
God I saw Billy then.
Billy who?
Billy, the kid. William Bonney. He was shooting at me from a rooftop.
He was. Or am I just not at the correct spot yet for him to be shooting at me from said rooftop?
Here and there. Even over there.
So I am right. You are touched in the head.
Mr. Graves, perhaps we should switch you to coffee?
You see that old Indian again, too?
No, but I did see Billy's killer. Patrick Floyd Garrett. He came at me guns a-blazing. But I knew that old war horse had died 2 years before. I wondered if maybe I was dead too and confronting the ghosts of my past. Perhaps
Kinda
all
looks
my
like it.
sins were coming back to haunt me and drag me down to perdition. I saw Henry Plummer throw dynamite at me.
Oh, shot dead by ghosts. Nope, dodged right into it.
In the gates of the cemetery, I saw John Wesley Harding, just like I remembered him. Robert Ollinger appeared with his terrible double-barrel shotgun. But no ghost army was stopping me.
My father-in-law got hit with a falling branch. He spent the rest of his life talking to dogs.
Newman Hayes Clanton, William Brocious, John Peters Ringo, they all wanted me dead.
This is freaking
Robert
nuts.
and Grattan, guardians of the Garden of the Dead. George
the ghost
Curry
of
and
every
Harvey
single
Logan,
person I've ever
alias
killed in the
Kid
game.
Curry, both thirsty for vengeance from the great beyond. Jesse, Woodson, James, and Jim Reed. Each one deader than the next. I thought I would go crazy. Thought? Finally, I saw Harry Alonzo Longabaugh.
The Sundance Kid.
Like a general leading his legion of the dead.
You told us before you'd seen him alive.
He was alive.
No. Buckshot to the face. That's no good. Don't tell me I could do that all over again. Nope. Why is he so tall? I call bullshit. The gravestone easily should have kept me from getting killed. Oh, come on. What?
Then I heard a voice call to me from afar. It was Robert Leroy Parker, a.k.a. Butch Cassidy, coming at me from out of the fog.
Thanks for taking care of that bastard.
And the Sundance Kid.
But the kid wasn't quite deceased. Not yet.
Takes more than one little bullet to kill the likes of me, partner.
That was like,
Those two looked
couple
like
dozen?
they hadn't seen each other for quite a while. Clearly, they were no longer amigos.
Shit. I was hoping I wouldn't have to kill you. You won't have to, Butch. I'm killing you first.
I asked them about Bob Bryant, but they were too busy with their own heated conversation.
Let me get this shit straight. You want my money and the love of my life? You frittered it all away, Butch. Edda's mine. So is that damn money.
I didn't want to shoot anybody until I had an answer to my question, but those boys didn't give me much of a choice.
is this gonna be, one of them there Mexican standoffs? Yeah. Oh! I screwed up. I hit the wrong button. Dealing with A, D, Q, and E at the same time is where my confusion's coming in here. See if he draws first again. Oh, that was
Butch Cassidy
easy.
and the Sundance Kid died there in that cemetery not 6 months ago.
Too easy. Ooh, the finale. Well, I guess I'll continue this on all the way through the end.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid were killed by the Bolivian army. Everybody knows that.
That's the legend, but it ain't the truth.
So, you never found Bob? There is no Bob. This old sumbitch ain't even Silas Greaves.
Sir, is that true? Have you been pulling our legs this whole time?
Well, not the whole time.
Oh, man, I think you've worn out your welcome here.
Maybe you're right, Jack. Maybe it's time to pay. You see, Ben, or should I say Bob, your past always catches up with you.
Uh-oh.
I was a different man back then, crazy. Drinking, I've changed my ways, I swear to you. If I could turn back the clock,
But you can't, Bob.
Now, this is an interesting conundrum. killed the guy that killed my brothers. Or listen to what Grey Wolf said and... I'm going to take that scene in the graveyard as your ghosts coming back and haunting you, and we're going to go with redemption. Even though I really want the revenge. Because it seems like after all this time of focusing on getting revenge, you know, getting what Silas sees as justice, he's finally got the opportunity to act on it. But the Grey Wolf's little prophecy there, it seems like that's been sort of ringing in the background, so we're gonna go with redemption.
Why'd you toy with me like that? Telling those tales, knowing all along. Why not just lay your cards on the table?
Wanted to suss you out, Bob. See what kind of man you turned out to be. Maybe prod you into drawing on me. See, all those years on your trail turned me into a killer. Can't even remember who I was before you tried to murder me. You, on the other hand, walked that very same path in exactly the opposite direction.
What do you mean by that?
You think your life is worth sparing, Bob? Boy, what's your name again?
It's Eisenhower, sir. Dwight Eisenhower.
What do you plan to do with your life, Dwight Eisenhower?
Tomorrow I'll be leaving for West Point, sir.
So, you want to be a soldier? Well, then do it right, son. Don't tear down the world out of anger and spite like I did. You build it up. You do something decent with your life, you hear me?
Sir? Yes, sir.
I won't have it said I left you with nothing, Bob.
New game plus. I wonder what the difference is here. Probably just some on the rails shoot 'em up type, and then some dual challenges, obviously. See what it gives us here. I looked ahead and saw that there's an achievement for shooting a bird before successfully winning a duel. See a bird. I was trying to get the achievement. I had a quick reaction time though, 0.309. Actually, maybe the key to doing it is to not focus. Be fast, but not focused. So I'll keep the focus back here. Oh! Guess not. Alright, I'm just gonna kill him. stupid. I basically double-clicked, thinking my aim was going to be so spot on that I would be able to hit the guy basically instantly. Oof. So these are just repeated duels all the way through. Most likely culminating in the Mexican standoff, because that was pretty tough. This guy needs a new shirt. I see a bird. I shot the bird. Last life. That was close. And a really quick reaction time. This guy's got so much crap on his belt. Not too bad. Another quick reaction time. That's no good. Well, that was fun. I don't know if I'm going to continue this in terms of the Call of Juarez series, but I enjoyed it. It was an interesting style of game. Didn't bog itself down by having a gazillion types of guns and mods and ammunition types and all sorts of power-ups. It was just good old-fashioned gunplay. It's an interesting story. I mean, not crazy captivating, but interesting. Interesting art style. A couple of things just a little odd. They could work on their collision detection with bullets and solid objects like that gravestone in the graveyard fight. But I thought it was good. I would certainly recommend it if you have any interest in playing it now after seeing me go through it. But it seems like with the new game plus the arcade and then the duels, there's certainly a little bit of replayability. That one playthrough got me about, I'd say about 50% of the different skills that you could get. So playing through it again, either once or twice on the harder and the, I think they call it Real West or something like that, a True West style or difficulty setting, basically as hard as it can get. It certainly offers enough gameplay and replayability to make it worth it. I think I picked this up in a Humble Bundle. If you haven't heard of the Humble Bundles, I would go check those out, humblebundle.com. You can get sometimes some great games for real cheap, as cheap as $1, but your money goes to a mix between the game developers, the Humble Bundle team themselves, and some different charities that they change around. They have games, they have books, they have games for your phones. I picked up a couple of different types of bundles, got a bunch of different games, fairly cheap. I believe the minimum to get a Steam key is $1. However, I usually do about 10 to 15. It's pay what you want, so you can get things real cheap if you are real cheap. But it is charity, and they are some real good games. So you can get, sometimes over $100 worth of games for really inexpensive. So if you have the extra money to throw around, it's better to pay a little bit more, even though you might only really want to pay $1. These people, the game developers, are allowing Humble Bundle to sell their games at whatever you want to buy it for. So it's worth throwing them a little bit more money, just so that they can promote the concept and keep getting us some good games. But hope you enjoyed it, and tune in for whatever the next series happens to be.